A cat asks the police for help, guides them, and they are terrified by what they discover. It was a cold winter morning, and the small, quiet town was blanketed in snow. People were preparing for their daily routines, unaware that something extraordinary was about to unfold. At the town's police station, an unexpected visitor arrived, a small, fluffy cat. This cat was no ordinary feline. Its eyes glimmered with intelligence, and though it couldn't speak, it was clearly trying to communicate. The cat pushed its way through the station's doors, catching the attention of the officers inside. At first, the officers were amused, but soon, the cat's unusual behavior piqued their curiosity. It wagged its tail, scratched the floor, and meowed persistently, as if urging them to follow. Officer Ethan, a kind-hearted man with a soft spot for animals, couldn't ignore the cat's behavior. "Looks like this little one wants something," he said, kneeling to meet the cat's gaze. His partner, Jenna, chuckled. "Seriously, Ethan, it's just a cat. Maybe it's hungry," but Ethan shook his head. "No, there's more to this. I think it's trying to lead us somewhere." The cat darted toward the door and turned to look at them, as if saying, "Follow me." Ethan grabbed his coat and stepped outside, the cat already moving with purpose. Jenna hesitated, but her curiosity got the better of her. She joined Ethan, muttering, "This better not be a wild goose chase." The cat led them through snow-covered streets, its little paws leaving tracks in the frost. It moved with determination, pausing occasionally to ensure they were following. The officers, now intrigued, kept pace. As they ventured further, the familiar streets gave way to a quiet, desolate neighborhood. "This place gives me the creeps," Jenna whispered, glancing around. The cat stopped in front of an old, dilapidated house. The structure looked abandoned, its windows boarded up, paint peeling, and the yard overgrown with weeds. The cat scratched at the door and meowed loudly, demanding their attention. "Why would it bring us here?" Jenna asked, her voice laced with doubt. Ethan approached the door cautiously. It creaked open with a push, revealing a dark, cold interior. The smell of mildew and decay hung heavy in the air. The cat slipped inside without hesitation, its tail flicking as if urging them to follow. "Are we really doing this?" Jenna asked, her hand resting on her holster. Ethan nodded. "We can't ignore it now." They entered, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. The house was eerily silent, save for the creaking floorboards beneath their feet. Furniture was overturned, and the walls were cracked, revealing a place long forgotten by time. The cat led them to a narrow door that opened to a staircase leading down to the basement. The officers exchanged a glance. The basement door seemed out of place, as though it concealed something it wasn't meant to. Descending the stairs, the air grew colder. Jenna's breath caught as her flashlight revealed a small, moving box in the corner of the room. The cat sat beside it, staring intently. "What's in there?" Jenna whispered. Ethan approached cautiously and opened the box. Inside, a small child stared back at him with wide, terrified eyes. The girl was pale, shivering, and clutching a ragged blanket. Her wrists bore marks of restraint, and her expression was one of sheer desperation. Jenna gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. How did she end up here?" Ethan lifted the girl gently, wrapping her in his coat. "It doesn't matter right now, we need to get her to safety." As they carried the girl upstairs, the cat followed closely, its eyes never leaving them. Outside, they radioed for backup and an ambulance. The girl, though frightened, clung to Ethan, finding solace in his calm demeanor. The investigation that followed uncovered a chilling truth. The girl had been abducted weeks earlier and held captive in the basement. The house, presumed abandoned, had become her prison. The cat, whose origins remained unknown, had somehow sensed her plight and led the officers to her rescue. The story spread quickly through the town. The cat, hailed as a hero, was adopted by Ethan and Jenna, who named it Lucky. The girl, reunited with her family, began her journey to healing, forever grateful for the little creature that saved her life. Lucky became a symbol of hope and courage in the community. People marveled at the bond between humans and animals, and how even a humble stray cat could perform an act of incredible heroism. Sometimes, heroes come in the most unexpected forms. Lucky wasn't just a cat. It was a guardian, a savior, and a reminder that compassion and bravery can be found in the unlikeliest of places.